Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your December 2023 tarot bonus reading. If you are new here, my name is Violetta Alexis, and I'm a professional tarot reader and studying to become a professional Western astrologer. Keep in mind that all of these readings are general, but if they do resonate with you and you'd like to get a little bit more deep, you can just go ahead and visit my website, violettalexis.com, and I do offer personal readings there, so you can just book with me there. Make sure that you're also following me on Instagram and Twitter. All the information can be found on the screen as well as the description box below. And if you have not, some of you guys are not getting notified when I post videos or when I go live. So just make sure that you're hitting the little notification bell below so that way you can get notified every time that I do go live or every time that I do post a video. Like the video as well. It definitely supports my channel, and subscribe if you have not. I would obviously love to have you, and let me know how you think that this reading is going to play out for you in December in the comment section below. So without further ado, Capricorn, let's go ahead and get started. So tell me about Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Show me Capricorn. So here we have the Two of Swords in reverse. Definitely a decision that needs to be made, specifically with the Nine of Cups around like what you want and what you desire and what you're trying to create for yourself. Page of Pentacles in reverse in the past. So in November, maybe something that didn't really work out for you, something you didn't really feel the need to kind of put the effort into anymore. Be careful of like the self-work or self-defeating tendencies here in your subconscious. It's definitely not going to suit you. The Strength in reverse in your advice section is kind of telling me that you need to really work on your confidence, especially with this month, Capricorn, because there's something that's about to come to you, something that you're getting ready to manifest in your reality. So let's take a look. Hierophant and the High Priestess, wow, both very spiritual major arcana cards. So, this is all about like something unconventional, and maybe you feeling like you don't really have the potential to do what it takes to create this thing for you. Maybe it's something that you feel like is suppressing you when it comes to old, outdated beliefs, old structures, old things that are no longer suiting you. Mercury is going to be going retrograde in your sign. So there's going to be a lot of rethinking in regards to you and who you are and what you stand for and what you think of yourself and what you think of others and what you think your potential really is. Now, we have the Two of Swords in reverse and the Nine of Cups, which is essentially tells me you're not avoiding it anymore. What do I want? What do I want? That's it. Page of Pentacles in reverse in November tells me that there is something that just wasn't working, something that maybe needed to be restarted. Maybe you felt like you needed to educate yourself more on something. Then we have the Knight of Wands in reverse for what's going on in your mind. So I think that you're kind of have like a lot of bullets in the chamber, but you don't really know where to aim. So I think that this Mercury retrograde is really going to end up teaching you that. The Empress in reverse, be cautious of this. I don't like this. Pluto has been going through your sign for quite a while anyway, Capricorn. So there's been a lot of transformation in regards to you and the changes that you need to make, and your deep sense of transmutation and what you're doing to work with that energy. And the Empress in reverse can be somebody who's like trying too hard. This can be somebody who feels like they're just not worth it. And somebody who can also be having some kind of creative blockages, can be like a constipation. So I think there's kind of something that is almost like, I hate to use such an ugly word, but like constipated within you that you need to finally release whatever that is. And I feel like it could be wrapped around old self-limiting beliefs. You have the Eight of Cups in reverse, which is showing up for your future place. So maybe around the end of December or so. Don't be afraid to walk away from something that isn't serving you anymore. This could also be a sense of like you coming back around to something that you actually believe can serve you that maybe you mistakenly walked away from. Now, we do have Saturn in Pisces. If you're a Capricorn rising, you're obviously going to have Pisces in your third house. So I also think there's something going on about like your mind frame and how that's suiting you now, and what you need to do in order to like change that. Okay. So hold on. I just need to fix something on this computer real quick. Give me 1 second. Okay. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. Thank you so much, Capricorn. I greatly appreciate it. So, then over here we have the Strength in reverse, which is your advice, right? So this Strength in reverse to me, this is all about like you not feeling confident. This could also be about like don't like let loose lips fly kind of thing. Don't let your mouth get out of hand. Mercury going retrograde in your sign can definitely cause like illogical thinking. The Fool in reverse for external forces, you could have somebody who's doing something really impulsive to kind of trigger you. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse for your hopes and or fears. I think that you're afraid of instability, which is like every, it's like every earth sign's worst nightmare, God forbid, right? Totally get it. I'm a Taurus rising rising, Taurus moon, Virgo, sun, Mars, and Capricorn. I totally get it. All Earth, baby. And then the world in reverse here is telling me that there's something that you need to clean up on aisle 5, right? Especially with that Mercury going retrograde. I definitely think that this is something to do with that. So just some things that you need to take account of when it comes to yourself. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see these cards. So let's take a look at that Two of Swords in reverse and the Nine of Cups in reverse. Yeah, world in reverse, world in reverse. There's an old dream that you had that maybe you feel like you couldn't have. I feel like this is around your mental health as well with that Hermit in reverse and that King of Cups in reverse. A lot of stuff in Sagittarius in December anyway, and so that is obviously your 12th house. So a lot of things going on in your subconscious, things that you're working through, maybe feeling like you need to take a little bit of a rest. And then with that Hermit in reverse and the King of Cups in reverse, if like a therapist or something like that isn't working out for you, or if you have somebody that keeps trying to dish you advice and it's really not working, I wouldn't be afraid to walk away from that. For others of you, you're needing to regulate your emotions in some way. And by doing that, I think it's going to take you not avoiding something that either needs to be said or not avoiding something that you really need to hone in on and grab, because it's just been left there on the shelf. There's something that you've left on the shelf in regards to a wish that is yours if you want it, but the challenge is actually accepting that and doing the work that it takes, which you guys are definitely not shy of doing the work, right? Then we have the Page of Pentacles, which is in the rear position here, or in the November position. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Wow. The Ten of Wands, the Ace of Cups in reverse. It feels like you were putting a lot of work into something that wasn't really authentic to you, or you were putting a lot of work into something that was draining your emotions or draining your energy. It seems like your heart really wasn't in it. This kind of is giving me like almost Eight of Pentacles in reverse. And this is like showing up every day, doing the work, doing the thing, even if it's a relationship, and just realizing, God, this is boring. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. You know, it's like a constant revisitation of something. Maybe you just kept dating the same person in a different body, you know, maybe you kept failing at work, or, you know, and it was kind of like I was telling, was it Aries or Aquarius? I can't remember. Like, it's not that there's something wrong with the package, it's that it's being delivered to the wrong address. So maybe it was something like that in the past. And so I think that you just kind of had enough with something because you realize it just kept repeating itself, and you're like, God, this really isn't authentic to me. Why do I keep putting so much energy into this? And so now, with the Knight of Wands going on in the headspace, let's go ahead and check that out. We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, the Five of Wands, and the Fool in reverse. Oh, God. So this is very much like there's a bunch of bullets in the chamber, like I said. There's a bunch of bullets in the chamber, and you keep trying to aim at each one, and like you're missing all of them. That is like textbook Five of Wands, the Fool in reverse. I also think that because you have the Fool in reverse over here for external forces, there could be somebody who keeps trying to like beat it into your head to do something a specific way, or that this is the right way, or this is the right thing to do, or whatever, when really I think you just want to listen to yourself. Don't let somebody hold your gun and shoot it for you, is what I want to say with that. I think that you have a lot of passion and a lot of ideas. I think that you just need to channel it properly and ask yourself if this is what you really want. I think that with Mercury going retrograde in your sign, you're going to be like having a new identity in some way. Like you're going to be rethinking a lot of things, and you're going to be revisiting some old things back in your 12th house about like, what do you need to let go of? What do you need to release? What are these old thought patterns that you need to release? Also with Saturn and Neptune in your third house, this is like sometimes we can think in this really like elusive or dreamer way, right? Where we're just kind of shooting blindly, or Saturn, which is almost debilitating, where, you know, something gets stuck in the chamber and then you can't shoot at all. And so I kind of feel like you're needing to figure out like which bullseye it is that you're actually wanting to aim at, and pick that and focus. You know, it's like that saying, how do you eat a whale? One bite at a time, right? So I would say like acting impulsively or listening to advice from people that don't know what they're talking about, or that make very impulsive, irresponsible decisions, like that's not going to suit you at all. So let's go ahead and take a look at that Empress in reverse for what's going on in the subconscious for you. Which, remember, you guys are having a retrograde there. Yeah, this is all about, I feel like this is like going back to basics. Five of Cups, the Tower in reverse, definitely some past stuff that's kind of hanging on. Maybe you have some guilt around something that already happened. Like, hey, it happened, but it's like you keep trying to like keep the tower alive when like the situation is already dead. All that's there is really the memory now. And so holding on to it doesn't mean you can't learn from it, but holding on to that memory isn't going to suit you. And I don't think it's helping your self-worth or self-value. And there's something about you like deep within where it's making you want to, where you want to believe that you're worthy of something, which you are, but it's almost like you are forcing yourself to believe that thing. You know what I mean? Like almost a sense of delusion, which can be a little bit of Sagittarius. You know, Sagittarius can be a little bit delusional, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like we have to have that Sagittarius part in us to be able to do that, because sometimes without delusion we won't do anything at all. And so I think you're trying to kind of delude yourself a little way just so that way you can kind of make it. It's kind of like when people have a negative memory and their brain blocks it out so that way they can't remember it, so they can go on like living their lives. So I think that there's a little bit of that going on. However, I think it would behoove you to figure out where it is and why it started and why it's still there and what there is to learn from that. Because it's like if something continuously haunts us, is because there's something that still is needing to be figured out in regards to that person, place, or thing. I hope that that made sense. Then we have the Eight of Cups for your future. I'm not taking three cards. Something about that Eight of Cups in reverse for the future. The Six of Cups in reverse, the Star in reverse, and the Three of Wands in reverse. It kind of is giving me like that sense of like, oh, I really need to heal this thing with this person. Like really feeling like something you moved away from, or maybe this is somebody else. This could be somebody else coming back from the past, you know? Eight of Cups in reverse and Six of Cups in reverse is definitely, but it's making me feel like it's you just because Mercury is going retrograde in your sign, you know? So it's kind of making me feel like maybe you are the one that's kind of doing this in some way. I'm also feeling like it could be, maybe it's an old health issue that you've had as well. Mercury does rule your sixth house, but it could be like an old health issue that's maybe coming up, maybe something that you've dealt with since childhood. Maybe it's an old belief system, you know. There's something that you are reconfiguring. Maybe you're going back to an old place that you used to know, like maybe you're traveling or something like that to a foreign place or to an old place that you used to frequent in some way. That's what I'm kind of wondering. But it may just be because you're looking for some kind of hope and you feel like you can't find it in the place that you already are, or even within you, which is obviously false. But I think that you're in this headspace of like, maybe if my location changes, does that make sense? But of course, for some of you, it's just simply that you are going back to something that you've walked away from before because you're trying to revisit it. You're trying to figure out why it didn't work. You're trying to kind of, you're right, because that's what Mercury does anyway. He kind of like wants to know the everything of the thing, right? And so I think that you may feel like that's what the blockage is. And if you feel like you need to do that, then hey, like maybe you need to do that. Who am I to tell you different, right? And then we have the Strength in reverse here, which is for your advice. So let's take a look at that Strength in reverse. The Ten of Wands, this is kind of like giving, like, don't make something harder on yourself. Ace of Pentacles to the Four of Pentacles in reverse. There's an opportunity there, and I feel like you need to grab it. Once again, don't feel like you can't have it. It's just about you putting in the work. And I think that the more, I don't want to say like the more work you put in, the confident that you'll feel, but like kind of, because you're kind of betting on yourself here is what I feel like it's telling you to do. Like bet on yourself. You know, don't allow something to debilitate you. But yeah, so I kind of want to say like bet on yourself this month, Capricorn. So then let's go ahead and take a look at that Fool in reverse. Now, the Fool in reverse is somebody that you're dealing with, or this is like an external force, something outside of you. So let's see. The Four of Swords in reverse, the Seven of Wands in reverse, and the Hierophant. Interesting. This to me, feels like there's something outside of your control because it's about another person's mentality. You know, it's almost like you and somebody else's mentality kind of up against one another a little bit. Like somebody thinks different than you. Like somebody wants to pull the trigger. And you're like, you may be a little trigger shy, is what I'm feeling. Even if this is a business partner, if this is a spouse, it kind of feels like an opposition where two things on opposite ends of something need to figure out how to come together and meet in the middle. That's what this makes me feel like. Because it looks like somebody is a little emotionally unstable, or there's something going on in their psyche that's really messing with them. Maybe somebody did something impulsive and, they injured themselves and now you have to take care of them. I don't know, but it feels more like you're trying to stay grounded. I feel like this is you at the bottom because this is an external force, and you're trying to stay grounded in your thinking and like what you know and like what you've learned, which is very Mercury and Capricorn anyway, which is very Capricorn. But that Seven of Wands in reverse tells me that this person is so impulsive or so like with you that it makes you like uneasy, but you're standing your ground with something. So I want to say like stand your ground with something and understand that these problems that this person has need to be taken care of on their own, like by themselves. It doesn't mean you can't help them, right? The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. I kind of want to say like don't carry the baggage that's not yours. Four of Wands in reverse, Page of Wands in reverse. For some of you, you just need to get out and have a good time. Like I'm not even gonna lie, Capricorn. For some of you, you need to go out there. You need to have a good time. You need to chill out and take yourself away from like the day to day. I think it's been a little rough for you for some reason, like to express yourself in a certain way, or maybe to find somebody that you like click with, or, it's like things are very much changing in regards to your subconscious and the things that you're trying to release, and your own masculinity, your own femininity, your own psychology, even. And I think that I also kind of want to say, like, who you've surrounded yourself with in November, I feel like is a very big mirror for like what's going on inside of your own head. And maybe there's a need to kind of look at that. I think that a lot of you guys, have started to kind of follow your dreams or been a little bit ambitious when it comes to your goals and your dreams. And I think that you still want that, but there's something that's still like not closed, because there's something about you needing to put yourself first with something, especially with that Nine of Cups in the World in reverse. Maybe you felt like you've been taking care of somebody so much that you've been a little trigger shy when it comes to your own personal endeavors and the things that you want. Because if you look here, we have two nines, which is all about like individuality. What do I want? Who am I? I need to feel comfortable, and I kind of feel like you've had people, places, things that have taken you away from that a little bit. So then we have the World in reverse, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, the Three of Pentacles in reverse, and the Eight of Wands in reverse. I feel like you got a little bit of a Debbie Downer. Like you're surrounded with a little bit of a Debbie Downer. That's what this makes me think of. Like there's somebody in your life who's like acting erratic. I don't know if it's a child, I don't know if it's a spouse, I don't know if it's a partner, but they're there to teach you something. Like they're there to teach you something, but I also believe that you're there to teach them something, but not at the expense of yourself. Like, oh, I need you to learn this. I have to beat this into your head. No, I don't think so. It's like you guys are definitely not on the same page about whatever this is. Like you're definitely not on the same page, and it's kind of like harshing your mellow a little bit. And there's something that you're trying to get done, but you may feel a little drained, like your finances are drained, or like you're kind of losing your patience. I want one more on that World in reverse. That yeah, draining your finances, maybe. There could be something that's draining your finances a little bit, okay? Or just draining your energy in general. Because Pentacle energy is your energy because you are an earth sign. So, wow, this is really interesting. Illusion. Didn't I say a mirror? I feel like you have somebody who's acting as a mirror. Like or you have had people that have been acting like a mirror. Like there's something in this person where maybe they're acting erratic or they're doing things that you don't realize are a direct reflection of your subconscious, even if that's like coming from a place of like low self-worth or low self-value, or maybe this person is like they want to shoot off on all cylinders and they just really want to go 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 with something, and it's like oh my God, that's not really going to work, right? For anybody. So I think that you're really needing to see the reality of a situation, which is key. There's a key here. There's a key right here. But this person is trying to show you what is stopping you from obtaining the thing that you actually want, even though it hurts. And you you may continuously keep you may be trying to nurture this person or help them overcome their problems or try to lick their wounds for them, or something, not realizing that it's something within you that they're trying to show you as well. Like maybe you care too, not saying you shouldn't care about people, but maybe you give too much, or something. And the theme of this is the High Priestess in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse. And it may be feeling like there's something that is not aligning with your morals or your values, like something that doesn't align with your foundational structure, which is actually causing you to miss your potential or to put your potential into something that is not for you. I feel like you need to put yourself first this month, in December. Put yourself first this month, Capricorn. I absolutely love you. Make sure that you guys like the video. It obviously supports the channel, and make sure that you subscribe as well. Of course, I'd love to have you if you're not subscribed already, and make sure that you guys are also turning on the little notification bell so that way you can get notified every time that I go live and every time that I post a video. And let me know how this is playing out in the comments for you in the comment section below. I don't know why I always trip up on that one. And if you'd like to get a little bit deeper, you can visit violettaalexis.com, where I do offer personal readings. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter. I love you so much, Capricorn, and enjoy your December. Bye.